Stern, and I'm going to be reading my children's book based on our rescue cat, Yoda. Yoda, the story of a cat and his kittens, illustrated by the wonderful Devin Crane. Yoda was a Persian kitten, perky ears, smiling eyes, pretty fur, long fluffy tail. He used to have dreams about climbing trees, catching mice, and becoming a super cat. But then Yoda's owner didn't want to care for him anymore, and he was taken to an animal shelter. Every day, Yoda watched as the other cats and kittens were adopted. Monday, goodbye, Peaches. Tuesday, so long, Maxine. And on Wednesday, somebody even picked up Stanley, the one with the stinky breath. Seriously, somebody needs to get that cat a toothbrush. There was no way anyone would ever choose him. His fur was so dirty it had to be shaved. He felt naked. Plenty of food, yet he never felt like eating. He was as skinny as a string bean. But one Saturday, a nice lady named Beth came to the shelter and she chose Yoda. What was going on? Had she been tricked? Couldn't she see he wasn't as clever as Peaches or as cuddly as Maxine? Maybe she needed glasses. Trying to figure this out made Yoda extra tired. He closed his eyes. When Yoda woke up, he thought he was in a dream. Yet, as amazing as his new home was, something was missing. If only Yoda could put his paw on it. Beth was worried. She took Yoda to the doctor. After he listened to Yoda's heart, he said, "Yoda has a sad heart." Yoda says, "What does that mean?" Back at home, Yoda was still feeling blue when all of a sudden, crash, boom, purr, meow, 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 crash, crash, mew, mew. What's that, he wondered. He followed the sounds down a long hallway. The sign says, "Foster kittens inside. Please keep door closed at all times. Thank you." Meow. The door opened and Beth came out. She smiled at Yoda and waved him inside. Uh-oh, this was all beginning to sink in. Maybe this was why she had chosen him at the shelter. Somebody was needed to fight off the monsters she kept locked up. Yoda put on his bravest face and marched into the room. Nope, no monsters. Something worse. Much worse. Kittens! 4 hissing, hanging, climbing, clawing, snoring, stinking, out of control furballs. Archie smelled. Oliver had fallen asleep. Petunia was stuck. Sadie was hissing. Wow, these kittens needed help. Scratch that. Lots of help. Yoda sprang into action. Get down from there right now, Petunia. Fur and milk equals yuck. Bad news, the parakeet in the painting isn't real. Then he got down to business of grooming Archie. Where was this kitten born? Under a rock? If there's one lesson every cat needs to learn, it's that bath time is an absolute must. From that day on, Yoda spent all of his time taking care of kittens. They listened to him like he was their very own papa. Finish your breakfast, Oliver. Gentle paws, Archie. Use your indoor voice, Sadie. No biting Archie's tail, Petunia. At bedtime, some of the kittens even slept snuggled under his fur. Sadie meowed in her sleep and Oliver flexed his claws, but Yoda had to admit he didn't really mind. He slept with one eye open to make sure nobody got into trouble, especially Petunia. One afternoon, Yoda was teaching Archie to chew his food bite by bite when he thought, wait a minute. His eyes scanned the room. Oliver, check. Sadie, check. Petunia? Petunia? Yikes! Yoda raced through the house. He checked on the kitchen counters, under the living room sofa, and even behind the toilet. He was out of breath and his heart was pounding. Where was Petunia? Squeak! She had climbed to the very top shelf of Beth's closet and could not get down. "Petunia, why don't you ever listen?" said Yoda. Yoda was about to tell Petunia he would catch her when, all of a sudden, she jumped. Oof! Landed right on his belly. Beth and the kittens raced into the closet. "Yoda! Oh no, are you okay?" she asked. Yoda just blinked. All the kittens. "Poor Papa." Beth was so worried she took Yoda back to the doctor. He told her Yoda wasn't hurt one little hair, and that this time when he listened to his heart, he said, "Yoda now has a happy heart." Of course, Yoda didn't understand much of what was being said. He just wished they would cut the chit-chat. He had to get back home. Who knew what the kittens were up to now? Petunia could be climbing the drapes. Sadie could be attacking a school of fish on the cat TV. That night, Yoda gobbled down his food and washed his fur, which had grown fluffy and white. Smiling at the kittens who were all sleeping around him, he caught a quick cat nap. Being a foster papa was tough work, but somebody had to do it. And Yoda had finally become the super cat he'd always imagined he could be. The end.